have a treat for you guys for this video. We are showing you 3 unique hikes that you guys can take here in Colorado. Our first stop, we're here at Paint Mines Interpretive Park, and wow, is it unique, beautiful.
From another planet.
Yes, it looks like we stepped into another planet.
Or Kansas.
So a really neat fact about this place is that when the Native Americans settled here, they would get the rocks, get them wet, and use them as clay for their dishes and pottery. So I thought that was pretty cool, and just imagine how pretty the pottery was with all the pinks and the oranges and the browns. I bet they were so beautiful.
So basically, 2 things. 1, it's very bright here and I can barely see you guys because I'm constantly squinting. 2, they make color bricks out of the clay here. So pretty neat.
So these rocks are very, very fragile, so they tell you not to touch them and try to be safe when you're around them. Because if you can see here, it's like chalk. It just kind of like comes off when it gets wet. It's like runoff. I bet over like millions of years, these things will be gone because they just disintegrate, it looks like. You can even see like the little crumbles of the chalky stuff. And like when we sat down, it was all over our pants, so really interesting. We're coming up on a pink rock. Wow. Let me show you guys. Very, very bright pink. It's like my favorite shade of pink. So we just came up on these rock formations that look like the ruins of Rome. I can't remember the name of it. It's the one by the Colosseum. Yes, we visited it, and once I saw that, I was like, that looks exactly like what we saw in Rome. So super cool. I love how you can just come out here and look at all the shapes and come up with your own thing of what the rocks look like. That's fun to me. Maybe that's why it's called Interpretive Park. You can interpret what you think it looks like.
So there's no admission fee to enter the park, and there's a lot of good walking trails that are easy, that are paved or gravel.
So I just can't stop looking at all the colors. If you see behind me, wow. Like we haven't even seen all of it and we've been here for 2 hours. So I think we're about to head out and we'll see you in our next destination.
I love how all the things that we've been finding on our trips in Colorado, Kansas, and Oklahoma have been places that we would not have expected. It's been random places and we've been finding the most amazing things. So note to self, travel because you will find yourself in unexpected places, discovering wonders. Today we are at Chatfield State Park, and this place is very special and unique in the fact that it has its own beach / reservoir. So currently we're on waterside looking at the mountains, the snowy mountains, and behind us there's paved trails you can walk along or bicycle along, and it's a really neat place to visit on your free days.
This view, absolutely breathtaking. It's just like you get the best of both worlds. You get the little beach, you get the mountains. One of my favorite places for sure. And this is actually located in Littleton, which is like a 35-minute drive from Denver, or at least where we are in Denver. So if you're ever in the Denver area, perfect accessibility to the city, and it just feels like you're in the middle of nowhere. No skyline in sight. Very quiet place to come and hang out. So fun fact, a lot of you know we were here last year for an assignment in Colorado. We found this place because we missed Florida so much, and we realized it was like a beach here. So we would come and hang out and pretend, oh, we're in Florida. This is nice. I'm enjoying this. It's warming up for sure, and the wind's not as bad.
I mean, when you have that view, you can't complain.
I know, like, wow. So this is a state park and there is an entrance fee. It's $10 to get in and it gets you a full 24 hours. So if you want to come like later the next day, within that 24 hours you're able to.
And there's actually a lot of things to do at Chatfield State Park. There's a lot of trails, bicycle or mountain biking trails, fishing, boating.
We saw horses here last year. And in the summertime, people bring their tubes and swim out in these lakes and stuff. It's pretty cool. I think it gets pretty busy in the summertime.
The only thing it's missing is some alligators.
We stumbled upon something interesting. What is this? It reminds me of when we went to Golden in those old houses. I bet.
The miners' houses?
Yeah, the miners' houses. I bet it has something to do with that. Yeah, it looks like the shelters from when they first developed this place. These are what the people stayed in, so yeah. Really cool.
So we're getting ready to head to our next park. I don't really want to leave because it's so nice here and the views are insane how good they are.
Yeah, and this is the first time that I can think of that Sam doesn't want to leave a place. That's saying a lot.
Yeah.
He's always ready to go by the time we're closer to the end of filming.
It's just such a contrast because you have the mountains and then you have like a lake. So it's like the best of both worlds. Like you have the Florida, Texas clear lake, blue lake, good for fishing. You look past the lake and you see the mountains and you're like, wow. So
I know, and someone was kayaking and I'm so jealous. It was our same kayak that we own. We didn't bring it here in Colorado, so. So we made it to our next destination. We're here at Roxborough State Park. This was actually recommended to us by Never Stop Adventuring. They're another YouTube channel, so check them out if you haven't. I'm glad that they recommended this place because I would have never found it on our own. We came from Chatfield State Park and it was about a 15-minute drive. It's in the same city, and wow, this place is very, very unique. Oh man, gotta watch out for those rattlesnakes. I've never seen a rattlesnake in my life. Don't want to start now.
So we're about to head up the Fountain Valley Trail. This was the trail that was recommended because it wasn't too muddy, so let's check it out.
I really don't know why. I just got the urge to climb this right here. Like, I've never had the urge to climb any rock ever, but it just looks very climbable, like a rock wall.
And if you're feeling very adventurous, you should do both parks in the same day, Chatfield and Roxborough, because you'll get your exercise in, you'll see some really cool views. So
one thing I love about Colorado is you have the big mountains, but you also have like all these rock formations, like at Red Rocks, Garden of the Gods, and here, that are really cool to look at. They're just big sandstone rock formations that are really very unique. I mean, look how tall this one is. It's ginormous. Like, here's this. There's Sam. Wow. The trail is very snowy and muddy. We definitely wore the wrong shoes today. We didn't put on our hiking shoes or our boots, but yeah. It's an easy hike though. It's just the mud and the snow at this moment in time is a little difficult to walk through. So I saw this trail marker, or whatever this is, of an ear. And I'm like, what the heck? But look right here. I don't know if you can see it because it's pretty shadowed. It's like in the shape of an ear right here. So Sam's been up for a total of 24 hours. I think he woke up at 11 yesterday morning.
I'm struggling to make it back to the truck.
So if this part of the video is short, that's the reason why, but it's okay. We're night shift, we're kind of used to it, but then again, we're not. So, yeah.
I'm doing it for you guys.
So we're at our next destination. Ah, man, the wind. Someone built a snowman. Pretty bad snowman, but it's probably melted.
Do you want to build a snowman?
I almost said that, but I didn't want to be cheesy.
I'm enough cheesy for both of us.
Yeah.
So pro tip, when you're hiking in mud like these horrible conditions right here, you get your feet a little dirty, and once you get in the clear, you get on the non-muddy surface, stick your feet in the snow like so, and you're cleaning off your shoes every night.
The things we do for you guys. Turn around.
That look good though, huh?
Are you sure we're not at all?
Having a great time.
Yeah. Oh, hello. How are you doing today? Don't. I'm in Panama City Beach.
What are you doing?
Sun's ablazing. Seagulls are chirping. We did it doggy style.
And yes, we're talking about the dogs. The dog southern.
If you haven't seen that video,
Check it out.